An emotional pause is a practice of creating a brief space between a stimulus and a reaction to manage emotions and respond more thoughtfully. Today, I want to talk about the emotional pause between who I was or who you were and who I'm becoming on a weight loss journey specifically. So let's discuss just a little bit the kind of emotional transformation that goes along with the physical transformation. So welcome back, my friends. I am Cheryl, and this is my channel where I've been documenting my weight loss journey for well over a year and a half. I have lost 75 pounds with the help and aid of Zepbound, a GLP-1 medication that has truly changed my life. But really lately, something that I've been feeling, and I don't think that a lot of people talk about it enough, is the emotional pause that happens when your body is changing faster than your identity. So I can look at the scale, I can look at the clothing sizes that I know like are sometimes still too big because it's really hard to get our brain to catch up with shopping and like doing those types of things. But my mind still remembers the old me, the fat me, the fluffy me. And I don't really quite always feel like the new me yet. I'm just kind of stuck in between. It's kind of like standing in a doorway where like I came in from somewhere and I'm not quite where I'm going yet, and it's uncomfortable. But it feels like it's a really important place because this is going to give us a little bit more of the grounding and everything that we need to get where we're going, if that makes any sense. I used to have like a lot of automatic patterns. Stress equals snacks. Feeling lonely equals comfort food. Day by day, Dunkin' Donuts drive-through was like a big one. And now I don't actually want to do that the same way. I don't really do those things, and that's good. But it means that I've lost a bit of a coping tool that I relied on for a really, really long time. So I'm learning myself again. I'm learning who I am. You're probably in the same situation where you're learning who you are. I'm trying to figure out what I actually like and what I don't. I've really been trying hard to figure out like hobbies and stuff that I like. Obviously, YouTube has become a big one, but learning all of these things after such a long period of time of identifying as the fat person is a really weird place to be in. And I don't want to say like I'm finding myself or I'm like evolving a new identity or anything like that. I know deep down I'm the same person. I'm the same mom. I'm the same wife. I'm the same daughter. I'm the same sister. I'm the same aunt who cares about my family and they're like my priority first and foremost all of the time. But in gaining so much weight and becoming so immobile for so long, I kind of lost sight of every other part of my identity. And that has been really strange to navigate and also a little exciting yet scary. So I'm curious where some of you may be, you know, if you've been on your journey for a significant amount of time and maybe lost a good chunk of weight, whether it's 20 pounds or 30 pounds, that has made, excuse me, an impact in your physical life already. I'm curious where that puts you emotionally, if your emotions have caught up with you yet. I know for me, I've been in this like kind of weird place of grieving almost, where I feel like and that's not a bad thing. I feel like my body's been changing faster than my identity and my brain, especially since I've had a lot of family stuff going on. A lot of my kind of psyche around all of this has been kind of put on hold a little bit. And I feel like my body has been changing faster than my mindset, especially when it comes to clothes. That has been the craziest one to me, where I may not necessarily be seeing it on the scale, but so many people, even many of you, have commented that my clothes are too big. That's why I put this shirt on for this video. This is a large, and I know it's too big, but I can't get rid of it. This was one of the first things that I bought that fit me. And it's been a really hard thing to, once I got from like a double X into larges, that was strange enough for me. But those clothes I have had a harder time parting with than the 2Xs. After the first 6 months, I finally bit the bullet and I finally started to purge. And I have said this before, and I will continue to say this. I know that you don't want to waste money. I know that you don't want to get rid of things because you spent a lot of money on them. And what if? Stop. Don't do it. It is a crutch. Once I got rid of that first round of clothing, of course, in the beginning, I put it in boxes. I put it in the closet. But after about 6 months, I even got rid of those. And now I don't hold on to clothes anymore. Well, I don't have my big clothes anymore. Once I did that, I felt a complete sense of relief. I didn't have the crutch anymore, so I didn't have something to hold on to in case I gained weight again. That's not an option for me. That is not an option. Gaining the weight back is not an option, and keeping those clothes gives you that self-doubt that I don't want you to have. So clothes has been a really strange thing for me. As like I said, once I got into a large, it was so strange to me that I was even there. Now that that's too big, and I will show you, the shirt is too big. It's kind of falling off on the top, but I thought it was cute. I don't actually think I ever wore it, which was another reason why I decided to wear it today. So grieving is a part of this entire process, and grieving your old body and your old clothes is normal. And I just want to continue to reiterate as much as I can, as often as I possibly can, all of the emotions and all of the things that you are feeling every single day on this journey is normal. You are so not alone, my friend. Grieving your body and your old wardrobe, those clothes that hid every insecurity that you had, is so normal. Getting rid of it will help in the grieving process immensely. Grieving your old coping habits. You know, if you were upset and you had a bad day and you ate a bag of chips, grieving the person that used to hide from pictures. All of these types of things are normal. They are so normal, but they're all part of the process. And we all just need to learn to function and kind of just get there the way that we need to, get there on our own. For everybody, the journey is going to be a little bit different, and the process is going to be a little bit different. So for me, I'm kind of right there in the middle. I'm still trying to figure out who I'm going to be in the end. I don't know. Maybe I'll be that person like Tia, who like goes and starts running 5Ks. I don't know. Maybe I'll get there. Maybe I'll start like mountain climbing or some weird thing. Maybe I'll start biking. I don't know where I'm going to be in a year because my mind hasn't quite got there yet. My mind hasn't caught up to my body yet. I'm in this in between and I'm trying to give my mind the time it needs and be thoughtful and respectful of all the emotions and everything that's going on this journey. I know that I'm not who I used to be when I was 219 pounds and I was completely immobile. But I'm not 100% sure who I fully am. And that's okay, because evolution is normal, right? And we should be changing and evolving all the time. It's a little scary, but it's also a little exciting. There's so many things that I want to do. And I just want you all to understand that this, just because you're in this in between and just because you're feeling a certain way, you are not a failure. You're not failing. You are transforming. And every day, this is a small transformation of the bigger picture of who we will be in the end. Right now, we're just in the middle of the story. We're in the plot, if you will. You know, the beginning was taking the plunge, literally, and taking the first shot and accepting that we needed to make changes. And we're right here in the middle. We don't know what the ending of the story is going to be yet. And I don't know if I want to know. Well, maybe the story will continue forever. I don't know. And that's okay. It's a little exciting to not know when the end is going to be or what the future holds. You know, those are all things that scare a lot of us, because I know for most of my teenage life into very recent adult life, my thought process every day was what if? What if something happens to my kids? What if something happens to my parents? What if something happens to me? Who will take care of my kids and my parents? All of these unknowns was how I lived my life, through fear, for many, many, many years. I have kind of gotten beyond that, and I just live without knowing what tomorrow is going to hold, and that's okay. You know, it's scary as hell, but it's a little bit exciting, not knowing where this journey is going to take us. So I just want you to remember that losing weight is not just physical, guys. It is emotional. It is so emotional. Every single solitary day, it is an emotional roller coaster. Whether it's the emotion over excitement of, oh my God, look how much weight I lost this month or this week. Or, oh my God, these old jeans fit that I haven't worn in 10 years. Or, oh my God, I didn't have to get an extender on the airplane for the seatbelt. Or, oh my God, I walked to get the mail and I came back and I'm not out of breath today. Or I walked a half mile, or I did a 5K, or I did a marathon, or I went on a roller coaster, or I played on the floor with my grandson. Whatever it is, it's all just part of it. It is the most emotional roller coaster that I have ever been on, and I wouldn't change it at all. So just remember that your identity is changing and evolving every single day. You know, you're no longer the person who hid from the cameras. You're no longer the person who hid in the bigger clothes to hide all of your insecurities. You're no longer the one who has to use humor to deflect every situation. You're not the one who has to use food to cope with everything emotionally. You're not the one who always said, I'll start Monday, I'll start in the new year, I'll lose 10 pounds to fit into that dress. You're a new person. Let yourself evolve. You let yourself change. Let yourself embrace this journey. I promise you, we will all be okay. Grieving that person that you're leaving behind is normal. And I know that it's scary, because I know that that's what it sounds like, that it sounds like you're leaving that person behind. You're not. You're just becoming the real person that was buried under all of that for so many years. The amazing, fantastic, beautiful person that you are and that you always have been. I don't fully know yet where I'm going. I just know that surely, slowly, I will get there, and I am here for the journey. So if you're in this place that I'm in, where your body is changing, but your heart and your brain are still kind of catching up. You're not doing anything wrong. You are doing everything right. You're not confused. You're not messing things up. You're just in the middle of becoming someone new. So take a minute and just stay in the moment, and we will all be okay. Okay, my friends, I love you so very much. Thank you all so much for being here with me on this journey to encourage and love me and support me, and just know that myself and all of this Sunshiny community love and support and encourage you as well, my friend. Comment down below, where are you on your journey? Are you in the beginning? Are you in the middle in that plot? Has your brain caught up with your physical changes yet? I'm very curious to know how all of you are doing. And don't forget, we are still looking for people to post more regularly on the Facebook group that's linked in the description down below. Like, comment, share. If you are new here, go and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys real soon. Remember, my friends, when you can't find the sunshine, you be the sunshine. Bye.